experience. I am LADAENA Thomas, the mayor of PENNSGROVE, New Jersey. I'm here today to speak about a number of issues which many of you have read about. In 1999, I shared an apartment with a woman named Hill, who's sitting next to me. She was my roommate. She had obtained the phone lines in her name through LADAENA. Sometime later, she moved away, and we kept the phone lines in her name. Our other roommate, Monique, she ran the phone bill up $16,000 with collect calls. So unfortunately, she didn't keep the payment arrangements. Deidre, of course, the account being in her name, was responsible, but she was no longer living there. We had an issue with our phone line, so when LADAENA arrived, I said I was her to facilitate the repair, not realizing that they were police officers. So they arrested me. I informed them that I was LADAENA Johnson. To no avail, my attorney that I had at the time did not reach out to Ms. Hill to confirm anything, and unfortunately, I was basically pressured to file to plead guilty. So she sits here with me today in support, just to help me set the record straight. As a new mayor, I was unfamiliar with the operations of local government. I was introduced to the Lentil Law Group prior to taking office, and after I took office, they offered their services as municipal attorneys. I was unaware that the firm had no municipal experience and was unfamiliar with municipal law. After they were brought in as municipal counsel, it was brought to my attention that a number of actions being performed by that law firm were improper. I made the decision not to bring the Lentil Law Group back as municipal attorneys. After I made that decision, I was threatened by John Groff, the firm's office manager, that if I did not provide Lentil Law Group with a contract, that he would indeed destroy me. He made this threat to then police practices consultant Richard Rivera, who is now our police director. He also made those comments to others. His threat was captured in a recording of a conversation he had with Director Rivera, where he called me horrible, racist names, which I am going to play right now. I took this threat seriously, and I reported these threats to law enforcement. I spoke to the county prosecutor's office, to the New Jersey Attorney General's office, and even to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Others went to those agencies on my behalf to report the wrongdoing by the Lentil Law Group and John Groff. There was no indication that these agencies were prepared to take any action against Mr. Groff or the Lentil Law Group. Many of those improper actions were documented in a report that was sent to those same law enforcement agencies. Ultimately, Groff and the Lentil Law Group made good on those threats. First, they teamed up with John Washington, the previous mayor of PENNSGROVE, and Lou Pasquale to file a motion to remove me from the ballot for the November 2023 election. Despite being removed and despite their efforts, I received more than 200 votes and defeated Lou Pasquale and in the general election. And keep in mind, they have not even counted all of the write-in votes with my name on it. Now, the Lentil Law Group has teamed up with Lou Pasquale again to disqualify me and to nullify your votes through this action that they have filed, using information not only my attorneys could know, they used information that was actually in those files. Let me say this, anyone with a basic knowledge of criminal law knows that you cannot be on probation for more than 4 years. You cannot be on probation for 20 years. And all it takes is a basic reading of the New Jersey statutes to know that. This is nothing more than the end result of an extortion scheme. This is nothing more than criminal coercion. This is nothing more than a clearly unethical conflict of interest. And this is nothing more than a racist and racially based effort to extract the revenge for not getting a contract. This is a crime. I'm happy to report that we have heard from the Attorney General's office. Our representatives will be meeting with them to finally provide information regarding these actions by the Little Law Group. But there is more at stake than what's happening to me. What's really at stake is what's happening to all of you. This is an attempt to negate the desires of the people of this little town of PENNSGROVE. This is an attempt to steal the votes away from you all. This is an attempt to force you to not accept or to accept them overturning this election. What they're telling you is you did not get to choose your leader. This is an attempt to strip you of your vote. This is what's happening right now in America. And this is what's happening right here, once again, in PENNSGROVE in Seattle County. And let me tell you this, I will not go quietly into a corner while they try to steal your votes. That is the reason the Voter Rights Act came to being, to protect your right to be heard. The only voice you have in this government is your vote. Now, we cannot deny what is obvious here. I am a Black woman elected by a diverse community. What does it say to constituents when their vote is tossed aside like a piece of garbage? What does it say to constituents when we reward the forces that try to undermine their vote? It says that you're worthless. It says you don't count. We cannot allow this. People died just so that you can walk into that voting booth and write my name in as mayor. And I will do everything that I can to make sure that your vote counts. I am not going down without a fight. Thank you so much. I'm going to call up Mayor Minor, who has a few words today. Thank you, teacher, so much for coming out.
My words will be brief, but I think Mayor Thomas hit on all the right points. This is a travesty. This is a call to action. This is clearly a call to action. PENNSGROVE, the people of PENNSGROVE made their decision. They voted for Mayor Thomas. As you all know, to launch a write-in campaign is an extremely difficult task. This woman put the work in, she put the effort in, she got over 200 people to do a write-in ballot, which is monumental in New Jersey to be able to do that and get people to vote for you in that regard. We should be rallying around Mayor Thomas. We should be calling friends, neighbors, neighboring towns. Logan Township supports Mayor Thomas. We've worked closely together over the past several years. The South Jersey Black Political Caucus is involved in this process. As president and chairman of that organization, we will be playing an active role in making sure that Mayor Thomas retains our office. Plain and simple. All of you need to make sure that you do what you can to help her. And that means being united, that means being vigilant, that means being concise, that means doing all of the things that are necessary to ensure that come January, that she gets sworn back into office to duly represent the people of PENNSGROVE.
Right.
Is there anyone that would like to say a few words? Mr. Carter.
Mr. Carter, you want me to give you? You want me to do your phone? You want me to do your phone?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nelson Corey Hughes, President for Salem County NAACP. I have the Reverend Winters of Gloucester, President of Gloucester County NAACP. We have joined force with Gloucester NAACP to support Mayor Thomas on this issue, and also our state conference also to support the red on this. On this topic. Sorry for that. But this has been happening in our county for a long time. Salem County is the most racist county in the state of New Jersey, believe it or not. This is a blessing that is happening, unfortunately, to Mayor Thomas, but this is an eye-opener for this county. This goes, as a candidate myself, who lost this year, third time, it's because of racism in this county. They refuse to have a person of color in office. And a black female, that's even worse. So again, we got to rally up, as the gentleman said, the mayor said before us, we have to rally up and come together on this. Just not PENNSGROVE, the whole entire town. Because if it happens here, it's going to continue to happen. It's going to be a snowball effect. So Loretta, do you have any words?
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Loretta Winters. I represent Gloucester County NAACP, and I bring greetings from the state of New Jersey from Richard Smith, who is unable to make it here today. But everyone in this room, every male, female, child, it doesn't matter. This is about us. This is about you. And if you're not upset about what's being done here and what was said, then there's something wrong. Everyone, whether you voted for her or not, needs to be out there on the picket line, needs to be out there rallying, because this should not happen. Not in 2023, it shouldn't have happened in 1923 or 1823, but definitely not in 2023. This is horrendous. This is horrible. This is one of the worst that I've seen, and I've been the president in Gloucester County for 15 years. This is one of the worst that I've seen. It's just outright blatant racism. And this is from an attorney's firm that's supposed to uphold the law. Think about that. This is not a bakery or a clothes shop or something. This is an attorney's firm. They're supposed to be upholding the law. How dare they even think that they could bully her and threaten her like that, or anyone. If they're doing that to a mayor, what do you think they're doing to regular people? What do you think they're doing to people who come to them and are representing them? Obviously, that's what they think about them. That's what they think about us. So, I would be making phone calls, text messages, emails, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you use, get it out there. And make sure that everyone, and as I said before, whether you voted or not, whether you voted for her or not, this is egregious. It's the worst of the worst. Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you, Pastor Peterson.
We say good morning to everyone. I am the Reverend Dr. Kevin Peterson, pastor of the Second Baptist Church of Banquet. We come out today. Let me first of all make it clear, I am not a voter in PENNSGROVE. So we're not coming for the fact of the voting of your votes being taken and what the mayor spoke about. We are talking about the blatant disrespect and racism at the tone of this message by this man, John Ross. I can't say Mr. John Ross, he's not worthy of it. But we will not allow that to happen, not while I'm here. We have come to let Mayor Thomas know we stand by her, and that if we have to reach out to bring others in to assist her through this process who are not from this area, all she has to do is give us the nod. We are ready to call other folks in to help, because this person should not be working as a manager. I was not familiar with the Tinto law firm, so I looked them up, and they're a very diverse role of employees, lawyers and attorneys, very diverse group of people. And for this man to be the manager, what does he even think of his own employees? He must think very little of them as African Americans, Hispanics, of people that he thinks nothing about. But to say those words that he spoke, we cannot allow that to take place in 2023 and sit back and act like it's all right. So, Mayor Thomas, so we're here for you, we're praying for you, but we're also here to perform some action for you today. God bless you.
Just to let everyone know, tomorrow is the hearing. I'm not sure the time, I think it's 9 a.m., but it's going to be via Zoom. So as soon as I get that Zoom link, I will be sure to share that on my Facebook page. I'll be sure to send it out in a text message. When you get it, please share it. We want as many people as possible to attend, because we have to let them know that this is unacceptable. And I am quite sure I am not the only person that something like this has happened to in this county or in the state of New Jersey. I just happen to be the vehicle chosen to prevent this from happening to anyone else. So thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate you all. I love you so much. Thank you. God bless you.